Our next guest is Anton Wahlman, who's made a career in equity research in the Bay Area, but who also writes for TheStreet.com. And I've been in contact with for a few years via Facebook and just emails, like-minded individual. And it's nice to finally be able to talk to him. Anton, welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
Well, your article that really has been getting attention lately is Here's How Romney Can Beat Obama. And it's been very popular on Facebook and many sites. And let me just read a clip from it. And the overall theme, well, let me actually go back. I will start by describing the overall theme for a successful Romney campaign, not one that plays it soft and loses. The overall theme would be this. For 45 years, 1946 to 1991, America fought communism in the Cold War, and now we ended up with a communist in the White House. In addition, Obama has thrown his support behind the Muslim Brotherhood, which means Obama has launched a war on women, Jews, and Israel. You pull no punches there, and I'd like you to elaborate a little bit.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to describe what I believe is likely to unfold if Romney is of the opinion that he is not going to go down in history as another John McCain or as another Bob Dole that tries to be the nice guy, going up against somebody who has said, in the case here of President Obama, that he's going to bring as he put it a couple of years ago, a gun to the knife fight. And I think the one thing that most conservatives and libertarians probably agree on in terms of a positive for Romney is that he seemed to be willing to pull no punches in the primary campaign that has effectively come to an end here recently. And the hope, even among the people who did not support him in the primaries, is that he will also pull no punches now going up against the sitting president. And I think that in terms of the soft spots that have not been exploited yet in terms of political ads are the way that Obama can be tied, for example, to supporting funding and other advocacy for the Muslim Brotherhood, arguing that the existing, albeit being highly imperfect leadership in Egypt should be overthrown, but instead we should now pay for all of these new people that are coming in. I think that there is a case to be made that either the Romney campaign itself or one of the super PACs that support him will come in and make essentially the Willie Horton ad of the 1988 campaign against Michael Dukakis look like the mildest form of Sunday school you've ever seen.
Oh, we're loving this. This is Bob Guzzardi. I'm loving it. This is what the fear is, that Romney will go squish, and we're just going to have another 4 years of what we have right now. And I'm just curious, though. You talked about the Muslim Brotherhood. It's not been my sense that foreign policy is a vote-moving issue, that the vote-moving issues are jobs, the economy. People can feel that they're out of work. Why did you bring up Muslim Brotherhood first? Is it your sense that's the issue? Is that what's interesting you? But my sense is the voters are interested in the economy.
Oh, I believe that is certainly the case. I don't think that you can. I do think you can both chew and walk. Walk and chew gum at the same time here. But I do think that it's not so much that this is going to be framed in terms of foreign policy per se. I think it is one more of, for lack of a better term, cultural affiliation. And I think that the issue of supporting a very, very radical Islamist movement is going to not be viewed by the voting public as much as a foreign policy issue, although that obviously, it's a holistic issue. But I think that it is tying him together with something that is really alien to the American population. If you look at the states where Obama has the smallest support in the country, be it Mississippi or Alabama or a few places down there, you see that a very large percentage of the population associated him with some of these groups. And I think that if somebody were to really pounce on that message to a broader electorate here in all the 50 states, I think that it could prove very powerful, because I do not think that those types of associations have any support anywhere in this country.
The article, again, is Here's How Romney Can Beat Obama. It appears on TheStreet.com, and we're talking to its author, Anton Wahlman. Let me mention the two themes you mentioned in the article as possible campaign themes against Obama. Theme number one, as we talked about, Obama finances Muslim beheadings of innocent women with your tax dollars. And theme number 2, Obama is a Marxist who will steal everything you own and earn. And we can still talk about them, but you write at the end of your article, in the meantime, until I publish the next handful of TV ad ideas for Romney and or his super PAC, I would like to get more proposals from other people who may have even better ideas for hard-hitting Romney ads than I do. Submissions, anyone? Have you gotten any submissions?
I have not, but I'm eagerly awaiting such. I think that I think I hit it pretty high up on the curve myself to begin with, so I think it'll take some time to come up with even harder-hitting ones. But I think that the message here is that when you rouse somebody from sleep in the middle of the night come late October of this year, you need to have imprinted onto their eyeballs, as it were, some basic notions of what the first thing that comes to mind about a political candidate is. And I think that if you wake somebody in the middle of the night and you tell them Obama, they need to think in their minds, oh, he is sending my tax dollars to the Muslim Brotherhood, who will do forced conversions to Islam, and I really don't like this.
Take us through how the commercials would occur. Like maybe you made the reference in the article to the anti-Barry Goldwater ad. Take us through each of the 2 themes and what commercials you envision.
Yeah, 2 of the ones that I envision are as follows. The first one would be starting out with a really sort of nasty biographical footage here of somebody being beheaded in a soccer field, whether it be in Kabul or some other town in that part of the world, then it would the picture would shift to a little girl looking very angelic, 7-8 years old, who would say, tears flowing down her cheeks, and it would say, please, Mr. Obama, please don't force us to support the Muslim Brotherhood. I want to be able to walk in freedom. I don't want to be converted. I don't want to have to face punishment for walking alone unsupervised. Something like that. Basically, really hitting below the belt as far as possible, just to really make people think, wow, what have we gotten ourselves into here?
What you call hitting below the belt is some of us call telling the truth.
I understand. I mean, I'm talking a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I think that the point that I'm making here is that really in sort of polite company, going this far is going to really cause the other side to go completely through the roof. I mean, I think, in fact, the standard should be that unless the other side absolutely hits the roof, crying foul in every direction imaginable, you can pretty much tell that you have failed. I mean, as long as the opposite side give compliments to Romney, saying he's running an honorable campaign, that basically means one thing: he's lost or he's losing.
Correct, and I think
exactly.
And I think
he now needs to do what he deserves, what he really owes to the people that have reluctantly come to support him in the Republican primary, and show that he can go after the sitting president at least as hard as he could go after his Republican opponents in the primary. And if he fails to do that, I think he will be another McCain, he will be another Bob Dole, and history will not treat him very gently, unless, we're talking about the history from those people who would like for him to go down.
Lovable loser, Pepsi ads, etc. Can you take us through the second commercial you have? Obama is a Marxist who will steal everything you own and earn.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we can have a man sitting in a nice lounge chair reading from a book where the TV camera shows that he's reading from the Communist Manifesto, and he reads in an old-fashioned voice, from each according to their ability, to each according to their need. And then he pulls the mask from off his face as if it were a Halloween evening, and under this mask is a person who looks like Obama, who walks up to the camera and he says, ha ha ha, I fooled you in 2008. My goal is to take every penny you earn, every penny you have, spend it on government bureaucrats, and sending the rest of the money into the Muslim Brotherhood. And I think that really sort of hits home here. And I think also the other theme of the Romney campaign should be something that can get a lot of swing voters over, and that is just fire the bureaucrats and eliminate their budgets. I think most people realize that whether we're talking about your city council, any agency of the federal government, or the post office, or absolutely anything that the federal government touches short of the minimal state of protection of private property, the courts and our military, is basically a hopeless bureaucracy. And if you frame your economic policy as one that will simply fire the bureaucrats and eliminate their budgets, I think that there's a tremendous appeal, obviously the swing voters, but even from a fair chunk of Democrats. Nobody wants to pay for bureaucrats sitting on their butts all day long, harassing people. So I think that message, in combination with the fact that your tax money goes to things that are culturally really repulsive to almost any American of almost any stripe, that he should, when people ask him about, what are you going to be doing about your tax cuts, where is the money going to come from, Romney should simply say, I need to prevent the president from funding the bureaucrats and funding the Muslim Brotherhood. That's why we need to lower taxes.
I love it. Great. I love it. That's terrific.
Anton Wahlman, TheStreet.com. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you.